It was business as usual today at the VMAC in Renton. I'm Osvita Maria for the CascadedSports.net report. Yesterday really was the big news. We talked about the practice squad, the 53-man roster, and today the team went through, like I said, it was a business as usual practice. So with that, what I do have for you, some B-roll, and then you're going to hear from Evan Brown and also Jarran.
I think this is one of the better camps that I've been a part of, just as far as energy, the dominance that's going on the field, the players buying in to the philosophies that we're teaching, the young guys coming along fast, the defense is looking good, fast, physical, running and hitting.
We talk about that energy. Where are you getting that sense compared to maybe other camps you've been in? Just what stands out about it?
Just the energy from beginning to end, the focused energy, the mental energy, the toughness. Out there in that field, we're having fun. And that's all you can ask for when you're going through long, hard practices. People are running fast. We're going at top end speeds with catapults. It's very great to see this and what it's molding into.
Jarran, last year you weren't here, but defense gave up third most rushing yards in the league. How much pride does this defense have in terms of turning those numbers around, you personally up front?
Yeah, well, everything starts up front. So when if you're 30th running defense, they're going to blame the front. And I can guarantee it's not going to happen this year. We're not going for that. We're playing hard. We're practicing hard. We're very confident without being arrogant. And that just shows to the work that we're putting in. And all we have to do is go out there and play every week. And we want to be a dominant defense, but it's going to start with practice, and it's going to carry over to the game on Sundays, Thursdays, Mondays, whatever day that may be.
How do you feel like the line with you and Mario and Draymond's kind of coming along and getting that done?
I feel like we're gelling together well. We've been together now since OTAs, and by now, next week we get going, and I think that we're gelling pretty well. We're playing off each other well, and we're close. We hang out with each other a lot. I'm excited to see next Sunday.
You guys haven't had a chance to play a ton together in the preseason, but how has that chemistry evolved when you don't get that opportunity, when your snaps are limited, and it's just the time in practice in the offseason to get ready for the games?
With that, I'll revert back to practice. We practice very hard. And I have no doubt in my mind that each guy's going to do their job, and each guy that we can hold each other accountable. We didn't play it much in the preseason, but practice speaks for itself. That's where it starts at. Practice is hard for a reason. So we get to Sunday, it's a dress rehearsal. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 takeoff. I play it all. It's football for me at the end of the day. I like to be versatile and just be wherever the team needs me to play.
I think really one thing I've noticed is watching from film and games last year from the two tackles, obviously both being rookies last year, and then the development and the progress they've made over what you see from game film last year to what you can see during training camp this year. I think they've taken huge steps, and then I'm just trying to continue the continuity of the group. We've got to be a group that's together, and that starts with me with my communication, making sure we're all on the right page, and that's what I'm doing. So I think it's gone well.
Being a leader in that position, is that part of what you got to do, the film study and really just get up to speed and know? And then how do you get to know each one of the individual?
Yeah, I think we'll talk on that last point. I think on getting to know everyone as an individual, it starts really outside the building. Obviously we're here every day doing all that stuff, but you really on the offensive line start to kind of form those bonds off the field and spending time with each other, really learning about each other, and that's when you really build that trust and get to know how everyone, what's going on in their lives. And once you have that trust, you're just going to play better as a group.
How did you end up kind of deciding to sign with Seattle anyway? And I guess kind of looking back on that now, and here you are.
Yeah, I think it was good conversations with my agent, and just a position that he and I both felt that I had an opportunity to compete for a certain job at center where I feel I'm most comfortable.
We hear about communication all the time. What's the most important thing you have to do?
I would say it's a combination between making sure all five of us are on the same page, and that also extends to the tight ends in the run game, and then obviously making sure we're targeted right on every play. So that would be the two things when it comes to me for the most important things in my job when it comes to communication.
Why do you think you're most comfortable at the center position?
I think it's just a more natural position for me. It's something that I've played more. I've taken countless more reps. If I were to advertise myself, I would say I'm a center who can play guard, and it's just feels natural to me. Feels comfortable in that.
What's it been like coming in where all the guys you mentioned, it's four guys who all played together last year, started all games. You're the guy, you're the new one, and you're the one doing all the communicating and all that. Just what's that dynamic?
Yeah, I think kind of any team that you're on, the center is that guy. So I've had that experience already, and just bringing in what I see and what I know to the team, and being loud, trying to be that leader among the five linemen, and that's what I've tried to do.
What does it mean to you at this point to go into the start of the season as a starting center after the years you've had in the trains?
Yeah, I don't think I look at it as any different. I still go out on the field each day and just trying to do, it's a statement that you hear all the time, but I feel like it's true. It's trying to get 1% better each day, and as long as you're improving something in your individual game, you're making the team better each rep, and thus making everything, the offense better, the team better, everything. So that's my focus when I go into each day and stuff.
When you're standing over the ball, take us through the process. How much time do you really have to convey that call before?
It can vary between how our cadences are going and stuff like that, but it can be anywhere from a second to about 4 or 5 seconds, depending on a lot of variables. So it's pretty quick to try and identify what they're doing on defense and what their rotations look like and what their personnel is, stuff like that. So it's pretty quick process for sure.
Your first season working with Gino, just what have been your impressions of him?
Oh, hell of a guy. I mean, he's football IQ. He's seen a lot of ball in his day, and a lot of different defenses. Sees the whole picture very well, and does a great job communicating with us. Before play snaps on any checks and changes he needs to do, and then just off the field. I mean, leader second to none. I mean, his leadership abilities have really, from what I've heard, really grown, and he's taken on that true role, and he's been fantastic. About 4 or 5 years old, raced go-karts into kid karts, a whole bunch of different series, open wheel stuff, and then went to closed wheeled where I raced Bandoleros and Legends cars up until I was like 14 or 15. That's when I called it. I outgrew the sport a little bit. It's a small person sport for sure. I wasn't quite a small person, so.
Okay, there you heard it. A little B-roll. Evan Brown, Jarran Reed, both of them. Reed was here before. Evan Brown coming in, and they're both gonna start. Evan Brown's going to be starting center, and then Jarran Reed on the D line. And you heard him just talk about what it's going to take for the team to improve on last year's ranking of 30th against the run, which he said that's not going to happen again this year. So the team is, after today, they will not be back. They have a few days off. They'll be back Monday. So from the VMAC in Renton, I'm Asvita Maraire.